The Palworld Feybreak update is here, and your pal Zekter is going to tell you about all the new things that were added. Timestamps below. Level cap has been raised from 55 to 60, which means there is new technology to unlock. Our second amendment is being expanded, allowing us to make 9 new guns, which are the following: a makeshift SMG, makeshift shotgun, makeshift assault rifle, an old revolver, a regular SMG, semi-auto rifle, semi-auto shotgun, a laser Gatling gun, and then finally the plasma cannon. There are also 6 other weapons included in the update, them being a katana, a compound bow, an advanced bow, elemental grenades for all types, and a beam sword, which is just a lightsaber, but it's not like Palworld needs another lawsuit, especially from Disney. But it's okay, the pals over from Terraria are doing a crossover, and we got Meowmere. You should have had it launch Catavan heads. Such a missed opportunity. Moving on to base placeables, we have a human-powered generator, the PAL Expedition Station, more on that later, a tombstone to remember the fallen because they added permadeath as a world option, flea markets for both items and pals, allowing you to sell things to other players, a medicine rack so your pals can finally get their own drugs, potatoes, carrots, onions, and skill fruit plantations. And do you think they're gonna add a cotton plantation? An accumulator, which is just a lithium battery to store electricity for later, an alpha wave generator, which uses science to make your pals less depressed, then a beta wave generator, which makes your pals work faster. I wonder when the government will make these devices. But it's okay, we'll get back at them with the gold coin assembly line, because now we can commit tax fraud! Next we have an item retrieval machine, which allows you to get any item in your base from any chest, a large-scale oven for family cooking events, Japanese structure set and placeables, as well as ladders, an advanced sphere assembly line, a gigantic furnace for a group forge session, the Pal Pod, which heals your pals. I swear this game is slowly turning into Ark. An advanced chest, which is just bigger and more secure, an advanced medicine workbench to cure illness and make new medicines, a large-scale egg incubator, which allows you to hatch 10 eggs at a time, a pure quartz mine, my PETA violations will continue, a guild chest that transfers items between bases, no more running to each base encumbered, and finally the PAL Labor Research Laboratory, which has you do development projects to get the old base upgrades like the snowman and some other things we'll cover later. Lastly, we have some new items. We have a PAL metal pickaxe and axe. There are new items called modules that affect the way you capture pals. For instance, you have the heavyweight, the curved, the slider, sniper 1 and 2, and homing modules. They all have different effects, so pick your favorite because they give catching power. Speaking of which, we have a new PAL sphere tier, being the exotic sphere, made out of the new ore, which is hexalite quartz, which is only on the new island, and chromite, which can only be found with the new metal detector or with the new PAL Smoky. Side tip, the new resource night sand spawns at night on the new island. You'll need it for crafting. There's a new shield and 4 new armors. You have the base one, ones for each hot and cold climates, and then one for carrying capacity. Speaking of carrying capacity, you can now expand your inventory with new key item pouches. They have multiple tiers, adding more inventory space. We also have some new potions, being advanced recovery meds, and a revival potion for the on-the-go expeditions. Trust me, you'll need them. Finally, we have some new accessories, being the anti-gravity belt, which increases jump power, air dash boots, allowing mid-air dashing, and double jump boots, so you can act like LeBron James. On to the new island. The new island, Feybreak, is located over in the southwestern part of the map. Be careful on approach because it is a massive anti-air zone with lots of turrets. Essentially, it's an island fortress. The new biomes are as followed: Golden Shower Forest, Grimace Paradise, Blood Cult Forest, and Ash Ketchum Land. The new faction, the Feybreak Warriors, dominate the new island. Domination is an understatement. You cannot fly there. It is impossible. So beware of their giant missile camps. They are deadly. It took me hours to cover the map. And then their leader, the new boss, is located on the southernmost tip of Grimace Paradise. There are 2 more oil rigs, the first being an easier version located here. Then an insanely hard version over here. They have an Apache attack helicopter, but killer endgame loot. Funny story, I accidentally found the files for the Apache when I was digging in the Palworld files for my animations, which you should watch, they are hilarious. Now for the pals. There are 14 new pals in the game. Nightmare, bringing nightmares on the southern part of the new island. Starion, staring at you while you sleep, can be found all over Feybreak at night. Sylvegas probably has a gambling addiction and is a roaming boss right outside the Shield Dragon Tunnel. Smokey Not the Bear is found in the north part of Feybreak. You'll need him to find chromium. Celestier arrived just in time for hunting season. They are everywhere on Feybreak, so call their numbers. However, I could only find the roaming boss. I'm not sure if it's glitched or not. Omescule, aka Stole Us from Hell of a Boss, can be found on the southern part of Feybreak. Splatterine the Psycho Karen can be found killing managers all over the middle of the island at night. Arachnophobes beware, because Tantris has crawled out and infested the North Desert and the new island. Azurmane, another damn horse, can be found all over Feybreak at night. Mr. Beast can only be obtained by breeding Frostallion and Anubis. Prune Juice Prunella can be found all over the new island. Nafia, aka Drag Queen Verlicify, can be found in the north part of Feybreak. Golden Gang Dimmadang can be found in the beaches of Feybreak. And lastly, the new raid boss Xenolord can be summoned at the summoning altar with a tablet, much like the other raid bosses. The tablet fragments can be found all over the new islands and chests. On to the variants. We have a total of 10 new ones, and they are as followed. Cryogun Fox Sparks Crest is all over Grimace Tree Land. Capri Sun Grape Flavored is all over the middle part of Feybreak and allows you to farm for venom glands. Ribbon Butt Stuff can be found in Golden Shower Forest. Lipomoon Christ is located in Grimace Paradise. Kitsune Noct, the Eclipse Fox, is found as a roaming boss here. I think he's underground, I couldn't find him. Daisy Noct, Cheerleader Gone Goth, can be found in the small area on the eastern part of the island. Dirty Hands Cat, Crowlinx Terra can be found all over the Ashlands. Warsec Terra can be found all over Golden Shower Forest. Fanga Lopez Lux is a roaming boss in the middle part of Feybreak. And finally, Failure Larry Aqua is found in Ash Ketchum Land. New pal skins, all free. You could learn something, Epic Games. But they are all nice holiday themed and are very cute. We got a pudding hat for Gun Moss. New Year Depression. Chill It and Grill It getting cute winter jackets. Royal Frostallion. And we have White Shadowbeak, which just looks like Shadowbeak had sex with Gojo. And players rejoice, the 3 original skins that were Twitch drops only are available for everyone across platform. There's a new tier of passive skill for pals, some being reclassified, called Rainbow Passives, one of which is the new Vampiric skill, which has pals restore health when doing damage and makes them nocturnal. A new item you can find that increases work suitability, which allows you to choose any pal you like so they can all have level 5 in that suitability. I couldn't find that item, but it was in the patch notes. A new tier of pal soul is being added, allowing you to jump from the previous 30% to 60%. Base changes! You can now upgrade your base to level 30. A function to replace foundation structures and defensive walls without destroying them has been implemented. So if you already built your base and you want to replace the walls and foundations, you can. In single player and co-op, you can build much more freely around the world, allowing you to not just be forced to place structures around the base. The PAL box sorting system got more advanced, allowing you to search for pals with specific passives and genders, which there are only 2 of, liberals. New mechanics. At level 15, you unlock the PAL Expedition Station, which allows you to send pals on dungeon runs to collect loot and XP, which is a nice AFK farming method. At level 20, you can unlock the PAL Labor Research Laboratory, which has you go down skill trees to increase base productivity permanently, and is also the new place you get the old base placeables like the snowman. Player changes. We can finally sit! My legs have been killing me! Player climbing speed has been increased, and Litmog effigies have also increased from 12 to 14. You can now obtain bounty tokens by defeating field bosses. These tokens provide permanent player buffs and are now required to fight bosses in dungeons. You can now critical capture. Really not beating those allegations, Pocket Pair. Experience points gained from crafting and building have been increased. You can also gain experience points for pals crafting and building even when you aren't at base. And when you go to new areas now, you get an XP bump. Players will now be invincible for a few seconds after teleporting or entering or exiting a dungeon. No more getting ganked. And while mounted, pals can cancel their active skills to allow immediate movement. New world options. There is hardcore mode, which allows you to put on permadeath for you and your pals, and randomizer mode, which has various crazy settings for a unique experience. Lastly, there are a ton of new features and events. Predator pals are new vicious pals that appear in the world. Beating them will drop epic loot, but they are very hard to kill. New bounty NPCs can be found all over the map. They are dangerous criminals and must be brought to justice. Or kill them or steal their money, I won't judge. New rare chest spawns that can only be opened by pals with specific work suitabilities. Legendary pals are now level 60. Good luck getting Jetrigan now. That's all the main changes that I thought were interesting. There's a couple other small changes in the patch notes and many new breeding combinations, both of which are linked below in the description. Please get me to 1,000 subs before 2025. This video took all day. And please watch my Palworld animation before I die of exhaustion.